please stand? In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Holy and calling God our Father, we pray the prayer that Jesus taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. Amen. And may Almighty God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Marksville Tigers, freshman 5'5", Ricky Lewis. Sophomore 5'6", Eldrick Murray. Junior 5'7", Marcus Price. Senior 6 foot, Antonio Ford. And senior 6'1", Ian James. Head coach Alex Perkins, assistant coach Nigel Bacon, assistant coach Tucker Goza. All right, Eagle fans, let's hear it for the Holy Sacred Menard Eagles starting lineup. At guard, junior 5'10", Malachi Coleman. At forward, junior 6 foot, Tyler McVeigh. At center, senior 6'2", Deuce Earth. At guard, senior 5'9", J.C. James Hutton. And at forward, senior 6'1", John Hopewell. Head coach Henry Moore, assistant coach Alex Mark, assistant coach Eric Kirk.
There you go, the starting lineups for both squads out there. Cotton, Hopewell, McVeigh, Tolbert, and Kirk will go for your Eagles. Lewis, Murray, Price, Ford, and James on the way for this Alex Perkins coached Marksville Tigers team. Alex been around coaching a long time. Have known him for quite a while. Good, very good guy, great basketball coach, and certainly a great friend throughout the years. Good to see him down there on the sideline still. Set to jump, Hopewell and Murray, and that will be controlled by the Eagles. Looked like it was out. It'll stay as JC gets ready to inbounds the ball. In the backcourt to Tolbert, gives it back over to JC, and good pressure now by the Tigers, and they force the turnover, and off and running is this Marksville team. Spun around. Hopewell with the block from the backside, and Kirk pulls that rebound down. Going up for the basket was Ian, number 24, and he was blocked on the backside, and that's going to be the first personal foul picked up, whistled on Marcus Price. Price, the junior Marksville Tiger, picks up foul number 1 of tonight's contest. Big shout out to our year-long title sponsor, the folks at Valex Federal Credit Union. Just couldn't do anything we've done. Been with us from day one. 3 branches, 1 out at the VA, 1 on Main Street in Pineville, and 1 on Jackson Street in Alexandria. Trying to get to the basket is Cotton. Got to be a foul. We'll see if they pick it up. This could be interesting if it's called on Price. No, they don't. They call it on James, so that is his first personal foul. We say interesting because Price picked one up earlier, and that had been 2 quick fouls within the first 30 seconds. Good dish from Hopewell to Kirk, and count the basket, and we are up and going in this one. Kirk with the first 2 points of tonight's contest. Give that assist to Hopewell. Back up top. Now this, again, defense will rule this one. You know the Eagles like to play that stretched out zone defense. Good job of getting to the basket. Ricky Lewis gets the first points for this Tiger team. again switch things up on the doubleheader. Lady Eagles with their victory over the Lady Trojans of Ash. And now the first of 3 games this week for Menard. That one out of bounds off of the Kirk's hands. Deuce turned that one over, but good pressure. One thing I'll tell you, this Marksville Tiger team does bring the pressure.
Yes, they do.
We've seen that early on in this one. If you did not watch the girls' game, we invite you to go back and watch that. It was a thriller. Don't give up on that 17-point lead. Got back to a 1-point game. That shot is up, and it is good. Count the basket. Kirk is going to be whistled for the foul. And going up for an and one opportunity, but Deuce, the 6'2 senior for the Trojans, picks up the foul there. 4-2. Marksville with an early lead. Any old school 3 following the and one. Again, pressure from the Tigers. Good dish. Hopewell to McVeigh. Hopewell now with a couple of dimes on the game early on. 5-4, just 2 minutes into this one. Quickly back down to the inside. They look to feature big number 24 underneath, and why not? Traveling whistled against Antonio Ford. Did a lot of that running the football for the Tigers this year.
Yeah, he had to hold on to the ball in football versus basketball.
Yep, he could just run. That's right.
Sometimes it's a transition between the two.
Down the field, JC's got it, trying to spin around. Good pressure. Spin move, unable to get there. Ricky Lewis, the freshman Tiger, was right on top of him. Murray going to the basket. He's off balance and unable to get that one to fall. Good no call there as they play on. Tolbert over to McVeigh. McVeigh with a spin move, elevates inside the lane and gets that one to fall. And McVeigh with his second basket, and he is given the Eagles the lead back at 6-5, 2.5 in to this one. Ball over to the side. That is a 3 up from the freshman Lewis. No good. Rebound controlled by McVeigh. Now he returns a favor and gets it out to Hopewell. Got to believe they'll get it back to McVeigh, and they do try to feed the hot hand, but they come out and pressure him, do the Tigers. Going to call the foul on the floor. I have to see on the big board who they put that on. They do a good job of keeping up with the fouls. 3 on the Tigers already, and just as soon as I say they do a good job, they didn't get that one up there. Inside pass to Hopewell, and just a power move inside. Kirk's going to get the assist. Hopewell picks up his first basket, and there's a 3-point lead for the Eagles as they come out and pick the ball up at half court. Extending that zone out. Spun over to the near side for 3. That is Murray. He misses on the 3. 0 of 2 from downtown.
It's again on the big man.
Wow, that's on Deuce.
Kirkland, yeah.
Deuce Kirk picks up his second one, and that's going to get... It's going to quickly get him up and out of there. And that will bring Michael Gadd into the game. Look, the emotion of Coach Sanders. She just stops by and gives us a little fist bump. We'll talk to her at halftime. Quickly, the Eagles look down to run. High off the glass, unable to get that one to fall. Gadd had a shot at it, but unable to control that rebound, and the Tigers come out of there with it, and they're running. Boy, the intensity of this game up and down the floor for a game that's not wholesale changes. Looks like a hockey line change coming in for the Tigers as they will make 5 substitutions. Good one-handed tip. Really impressed with this freshman Ricky Lewis that is out there running things for the Tigers. That's Murray. Thought about it, but unable to get it because it's just good interior pressure. That shot is up, and it is, held ball. Possession will stay down with the Tigers of Marksville.
1, 2, 3, 4.
3:47 remaining in the first. 11 is the only one that stayed out there. That's Price. did not get a roster up here from Marksville, so only the starters that we have the names for. And I don't know that I have 24's name, right? I thought it was James. Pass over the top is going to get into the back court. McVeigh trying to hustle down with it, and a travel is going to be whistled as he got it, took a couple of steps. Did the Tiger 8-5, 3:45 remaining. You see that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard up there. Big thanks to our longtime sponsor, folks at Wallace Eye Associates. I know they'll be tuned into that Friday night game as UA comes to the Eagles' nest. Inside, that ball is stolen away, going back the other way. And this is that intensity that I've seen this out of Coach Perkins throughout the years, where he'll just use these substitutions to try to keep fresh legs out on the floor. Long range three up, hits back iron, no good. Gonna go out of bounds. Tolbert lets that bounce out and hit the side wall over there just near where the senior banners hang and all those championship pendants that are up above the wall. Full court press staying on there. Just a long range man, not really a press, but full court man-to-man work. Spun around to the side. Foul off the backside. 20's going to pick that up, and that is going to send the Eagles to the line for a pair of free throws. Tyler McVeigh will make his way to the line for his first attempt from the stripe. 3:10 in a very spirited first quarter. That one's up, and it's good. 5 on the night for McVeigh. Very impressed with the work that he's done here early. Again, Hamilton Christian comes tomorrow night for a pair. We won't get those. We'll be back on the air Friday night. Boys and girls action Friday night.
It just won't. It'll be like this one had two different teams that are playing.
Yeah, the girls play. No, the boys play UA.
Yes.
I'll have to go back and look and see who the girls play. Here, Coach Sanders, she'll tell us. Wanting a foul. There's another block down on the near side. Going to be Gadd that picks that block up. Good job. 10-5, doubling up the Tigers are your Menard Eagles. 2:55 and counting. A little hard on that one-handed shot, unable to get it to fall. 2 or 3 chances for the Tigers, but the Eagles ultimately come out of there with that board. Going to the basket, and Coach Perkins going to get him a timeout as Gadd goes up and gets his first basket of the night. We'll take it with him. It's 30-second. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 446 Sports.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Here we go back to the Eagles' nest. 12-5, your Eagles lead this, and now they employ a little bit of full court pressure on their own. Tigers able to beat it, going to the basket, but good pressure down low. There he goes. That one's kicked back out. JC's got a shot at it, misses the three, was wide open, but unable to get that one to go. The perimeter or the interior defense by the Eagles had been solid well up until that one. 12-7. Tight ball game, been back and forth. Just a couple of possessions have separated the Tigers and the Eagles here. Good pressure up top. That one to the near side. Sherman has it. First action we've seen from Sherman tonight. Spun around quickly. Hopewell's going to the basket, and he's going to get whistled for the offensive foul. Good positioning inside by number 20. Again, don't have him on our roster. We had to get it from the starters. But good job of stepping in as Hopewell goes to the basket as solid as anybody does. Minute 41 remaining here in the first. Thought about a travel, didn't get it called. That long-range three is no good. Tipped off of the hands of Hopewell and out of bounds, and it will remain with the Marksville Tigers. Marksville about 30 minutes up the road. We've covered them a couple of times in football with the Trojans. But first time we've seen this Coach Perkins-led team here in basketball. Spun around, rebound controlled by me. So he looked like Gadd. Yeah, Gadd has that one. And a little bit of confusion on who it went out on. Now they got things set up. Pressure still in there by the Tigers. Sherman's got it. He's back up top. Trying to go to the basket. Good dish out to the corner. Back up top. Gadd thought about it. Michael had a shot. Spins around now. This one a little more difficult shot by him, but give him his second field goal of the night. He's got 4, doubling up once again, 14-7 as we're under 1 minute of play. Corner three, that's up and it's good. And that's what it just, when that three-pointer is involved in it, held ball, it'll go back over to the Eagles. But when the three-pointer's in play, I mean, you're never really out of it. That is the third three that's been, or the second three that's been hit tonight by Marksville. Inbounds is made 43 seconds. Double dribble is called there and a turnover. And it has been just the pressure of this Tigers defense that has forced some things. But that is very indicative of a Alex Perkins-led team. He played with that type of intensity. Like basketball, played at Bolton, played quarterback back there long time ago. If I say I know him in high school, that tells you about how long it's been since he's been there. Inside, that block is made. Going to go back over to the Tigers. 25.9, got a chance to get it within one score.
Got to be coming up on one of those decade reunions here soon, huh?
I don't go to those anymore. 24-23. Now I figure well, that's a good block by Jacques Hopewell. I don't think I've been to a reunion, Chuck, since the 10-year reunion.
Oh, wow.
A long time.
Everybody ought to get tenured at some point in time.
Because it is so far over there for me. 12 and 11 and 10, 14-10. You see the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard shows you the Eagles with the lead. That shot up and is no good. Under a second, it'll count if it goes. Banging around. Hopewell thought he had one from midcourt. Would have won a car if he would have been in one of those type of games. Missed that one though. 14-10. End of one. We'll be back for the second period right after this on 446 Sports.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time.
Back to live action here at the Eagles Nest we go. 14-10, Eagles have the lead, waiting to come out of the huddle and get back set up. This has been a game of a lot of pressure and just a lot of scrappiness out there. Not bad on the scoring here, 14-10. You know, you talk about low-scoring games, but it is just 8-minute periods that they play. Starters back out on the floor for the Tigers. We saw the freshman Ricky Lewis and very impressed with him. That one duck under and trying to go to the basket was Murray, unable to get that one to fall. Marksville set to trigger this one in under the basket. Back to the top goes Murray. Murray yet to score in this one. Gets it over to Ford. Ford dishes it off, and that's been an effective play. They've tried to get the ball inside the big number 24, and they've been effective when they do. Back to a one-possession game. Deuce back in the game. He came out with early foul trouble, picked up a couple and give and go. Deuce has it back, fighting his way back in. Gets the hoop and the harm. Does Deuce Kirk. Hoop and the harm, I say, Chuck.
I was trying to see if they called that on, but I'm sure you saw it.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I saw him hold up the 2 fingers, but I thought that was for the shot. So he held up a number 2.
Kirk just strong to the basket there. Gets that one. The old school 3 for Deuce Kirk. He's got 5 now. And that is the lead in this one with 7:10 to go until halftime. Good pressure there. But able to jump into the passing lane is McVeigh. He's going to try to lead the break. No, he'll go the distance himself, unable to get it to fall. Tolbert pulls one out of the sky. Gets that board, goes back up hard. Does Tolbert. Give him the board, give him the bucket, and give him an opportunity at the old school 3.
I think that was number 3, right? They called
Yes.
that one on? Okay.
Yes, Ford picks that one up. Rolls around an old school 3 for Tolbert.
And
another
takeaway.
steal there.
Yep.
Tolbert trying to go to the basket once again, and he's unable to get that one. McVeigh nearly there. Stepping into the passing lane is Cotton. Hopping around, spinning. Going to whistle that one on Murray. No basket, 20-12, 8-point lead is the largest of the game for either side. 1-1, so 7 fouls for Marksville, but they have been very aggressive on defense. That one is up, and it's good. A little bit of shove from Cotton on Lewis as Lewis backed him up pretty good, and Hopewell going over there and discussing things with the Tiger freshman. Cotton able to go in there and get both free throws. JC with his first 2 points of the game. Correction, that's Tolbert that had those. So Malachi having himself a game. Spin move. That defensive intensity has just ramped up, and I put the announcer jinx on him easily. Able to press after the made basket. There just hasn't been a lot of made baskets for Menard or for Marksville. Trying to find Kirk going down the side, unable to get that. That's another turnover. So just as Menard had been playing pretty efficient, now this thing has gotten sloppy again. Deuce pulls that one in, goes to the basket, unable to get it to fall, and going to be out of bounds off of the Tigers. Coach Jessica Sanders will be coming up at halftime. We'll be able to visit with her about that thrilling victory. That's 3 thrillings in one day. Inside to Tolbert, and he's got it. 24-14, back to a double-digit lead for the Eagles, 5:46 and counting. Oh, and that one is thrown away. And this Tiger team just continues to roll up the turnovers.
Had some pretty good turnovers the other day with dinner.
Now you guys understand why Chuck doesn't get the microphone. And I don't know how he ended up getting this one. I told him to get it ready for Coach Sanders, and lo and behold, we got jokes again. 5:35 and counting here until halftime. Eagles trying to methodically get inside. It's going to be a block called on number 3, and Ford is not happy about that one. He's like, well, what can I do? Friday night, we'll be back. We'll be here for the mixed doubleheader, I guess, as it was. The girls will play somebody, the boys will play University Academy, and I know I'll quit saying they're going to play somebody here in a minute, and I'll let you know who it is because we do have that in front of us.
I thought Coach Sanders would be the one to break the ice on that one here in just a moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saving it is what I'm doing.
That's right. That's right.
Saving it.
To be revealed at halftime with Coach Sanders. How about
there you
that?
have it. To be determined. That second free throw I got is up, and it's good. Hope you enjoyed your New Year's festivities, your Christmas holidays. Glad that you are back with us here in 2023. My goodness, that makes you sound old, Chuck.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 35 years out.
That was up, banging around, and no good. Inside, and that's one thing that we've seen out of that young man. He just really is dominant inside the paint.
Lost the ball on going down. I guess it rolled off his foot. I missed it.
The one thing he's had to come out a lot has James. The senior looks like the endurance might be off on him just a little bit. They beat Bastrop 67-56 a couple of nights ago. And trying to get their one-loss record for you as I look through some of the scores.
3 shot.
That one
no
up
good.
and no good. Ten and 8 are the Tigers. 10 and 8. All these teams finishing up, and Sherman with a nifty little twisting shot. A lot of these teams getting ready for district as it cranks off here just in a week or so.
I believe so.
All of the Lady Eagles district games on Tuesday nights will be at home. That's a quirkiness of the schedule as they've played a lot of home games this season en route to an 18-2 record, beating some much higher classed teams as well. But you know that Coach Sanders is not looking ahead, but they have their eyes on a district championship and a deep run in the state playoffs here. That one shot is no good. Kirk does a great job underneath of throwing that off of the Tiger defender and getting possession over. Substitutions make their way back in. Cotton and Tolbert. That's Gad. He's got it over into the corner now. Zipping it back inside to Kirk. Kirk going up strong, but that one is blocked. Inside. Gad's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That one whistled on Murray. And the 9th team fouls, so a lot of fouls amassed by this Marksville Tigers team. Just 3 fouls whistled against the Eagles. That shot is up, and it is good.
Now, when they get 10, is that called double bonus, Doug?
It is.
I'm showing my ignorance. I apologize for that. But
it is, and you won't see fouls go above 10 once they get it. Once it gets to that double bonus, they add up, but they quit adjusting the scoreboard when it comes to that, and they'll reset it then back at halftime. Good off-balance shot, but unable to get it to fall. Long range 3, that one misses. Cleaned up down underneath. You know, the only thing the one thing that kept Marksville in this early, and it's just an 8-point game, is the 3-point shooting by Marksville. They had 3 threes in this one, and a timeout is whistled here. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
2:54 remaining in the second. Again, big thrilling 58-54 victory by the Lady Eagles. Eagles looking to make it a doubleheader sweep. Shot inside, unable to hang on to it. Let's see who had that one go off. That was Sherman that was unable to handle it, but it was knocked away by the Tigers. So Menard will retain possession. Hopewell with a good move. He's going up to the basket, unable to get that one to fall. You know, Marksville has gotten back down the floor quickly, but unable to get that first free throw down. Got the board in the bucket there, and it's a two-possession game. 28-22, 2:27 remaining here. Quickly inside, Sherman is up, and he's got it. His fourth basket, or his fourth point of the night. Back to an 8-point lead for your Eagles. 2:17 coming up on that 2-minute mark. Stepped on the out-of-bounds line, and that'll send it the other way. No, the whole world's seen it today, but we do want to send out our prayers to DeMar Hamlin, the young man that got hurt. 24 years old, was hurt in that just a weird, rare occurrence there last night. Safety for the Buffalo Bills. I think you'd had to have been under a rock if you haven't seen what's going on. If you're listening to our broadcast, you like sports, so you know what happened back there. Won't go through that again, but just certainly spent a lot of time in prayer last night for that young man, and it certainly put sports into perspective. Sherman gets the board. He goes back up with it now, and 30-second timeout. They'll take an official's timeout as Tolbert went down, but Sherman back-to-back buckets, and he's got 6 on the night. Carbo getting set to check in. LG Carbo will make his way in with 1:53. But I'd be remiss if we did not mention the NFL doing the right thing and postponing that game between the Bills and the Chiefs. And two of the top-ranked teams, with the players and the coaches says, nope, we're not gonna get back out there and play this one tonight till we know that our brother is okay. Three-pointer, no good. That shot up, bounces around for three. It's no good. Another rebound cleared out. Rebounding has been the key to this one. And what would have been a turnover, that one is whistled against Marksville. And that's going to should be a two-point or two-shot foul. Now, as they have reached the double bonus, and that will send Sherman to the line to shoot a pair. He's got 6 on the night, and good relief work.
Still 1:30 left in this period, too.
32-22, back to a 10-point cushion for the Eagles. Sherman bangs that one around, bounces it off the box, and rolls just off to the left and out. Couple of dribbles from Sherman, puts this one up, back iron, misses both of them. 32-22, 1:27 remaining here until the break. Again, we'll talk to Coach Sanders, victorious Coach Sanders. Back up top go the Tigers. Good job of stopping the ball by that defense, not allowing a lot of penetration by the Eagles. This three is up and it's launched and it's aired out over the backside. Rebound controlled by the Tigers and a double dribble, and that is whistled there. 1:04 remaining until halftime. Kid, coming up at halftime, we'll take a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll sit back down with Coach Sanders and talk about that thrilling wins. A couple of big victories for over the last couple of weeks. Out of bounds, it will go over to the Tigers of Marksville. 32-22, you see it on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. 446 Sports brought to you by Valex Federal Credit Union. Check them out at valexfcu.org. Back up to the top as we are under 1 minute to play. Marksville going to the basket. That one is up and good by Murray. He's got 4 on the night. Not a lot of points dispersed by either squad. Jumping into the passing lane Back inside, but the Eagles unable to get it back. Murray back-to-back buckets, and this is now a two-score game, 32-26. There's another near steal. McVeigh able to get that one back, but then turns it back over. Price has it. Price is going to go to the basket, lay this one in, and like a fighter trying to get to the bell, the Eagles are reeling. This was a 10-point lead just a minute ago, and my goodness, that one is up and it's in, and this has been a flurry. One shot. Foul whistled on Matt Kirk. He picks that one up, and what was a 32-22 game just a minute ago on Game Time has been an 8-0 run now. 8-0 run. Kirk pulls that rebound down. 12 and 11, and the pressure stays by Marksville. There's a turnover inside, blocked off the back wall, but they're going to whistle McVeigh for the foul. Looked like a really clean block for Tyler McVeigh, but that's going to send Marksville to the line for an opportunity to tie this thing up at the break. First one is up and bounds around and is out of there, no good. That'll get Deuce Kirk back in. He swaps places with Matt. Wow, what was a big-time lead, and these Eagles no strangers to blowing big leads. That one is in there. It's a one-point game, 32-31. Turnovers have been the key, fueling this run. Held ball, and it's going to stay with the Eagles. Eagles have had trouble getting the ball over the timeline. They have trouble inbounding the ball and just getting something past it. This pressure by this Alex Perkins-led Tiger team has been relentless. 3-2. Near steal after the buzzer, 32-31. The Eagles will limp into halftime with a 1-point lead. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back for halftime. We'll get a chance to talk to Lady Eagles head coach Jessica Sanders. 18-2, the Lady Eagles stand. We'll do that when we come back on 446 Sports.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier. Transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Back here at halftime we go, sitting up top the Eagles' nest with a victorious head coach Jessica Sanders. And Coach, all I can say is wow.
Wow.
That about sums it up, doesn't it?
Wow.
Look, one of those leads that you got out too early, and you knew that Coach Winslow and those Lady Trojans were going to battle until the very end, and they did just that.
Absolutely, yes. My hat goes off to them. The second half they came alive a little bit, challenged us. But in the end, we showed poise, and the girls kept playing hard.
Let me ask you, so last year, and not to go back, but Sealing was the elder statesman there as the junior. You played a lot of the sophomores that are juniors now that are contributing. Poise sometimes was one of those things that the girls would lose as they'd get pressed by an Oak Hill or one of those. Their maturation from last year to this year is phenomenal.
Yes, they've gotten better.
Yes.
They've gotten better with age. They've matured a little bit. They got the job done.
You've got to, so 18-2 now, they've gotten the job done. I know it may not be doing a lot for your heart these last few games, but what does this do for your team? And you hate to look ahead, but as an interviewer, I have to, because I know you've got to take it. You've got a big game tomorrow night against Hamilton Christian, and then the one on Friday. But as you get towards the playoffs and you look, you're going to be battle tested in these, because some of these teams that you've played, you won't run into many more better than them when you get over to the playoffs.
Well, I think what it does for us, it boosts our morale, number one. It gives us great confidence, to step on the floor. It's been a while since, we've beat Ash, and, it's a big rivalry. So, finishing the game tonight with a win is definitely a confidence booster. And, like I told the girls, really, these games from here on out, it's the mental game,
Yep. Look, that Hamilton Christian team that'll come in tomorrow night, very well coached, have been in the game. So it's going to be another big battle. You're starting to see, so you've played Tioga this year. Now you've picked up Ash tonight in this one. You pick up Hamilton Christian. And you guys play who Friday night?
Friday night we play Rapides.
Okay. So we remember those from last year, the games that were there. You're seeing more and more talent that comes in here and plays, and that's just got to, again, we go back to that battle-ready, battle-tested team that you've got. Did you know that you were going to have this type of squad, so you wanted to schedule some of that this year?
Oh, absolutely. This is, been a couple of years, with these girls. I only have one senior. I didn't lose anyone from this year. And again, their skill level has gone to the next level. And so it's just, helping them to believe that they're there. And they need to be tested. We need many more games like this to prepare us, for district and post-district play.
Tell me about the play down low of Lauren and Carly. They seem to complement each other down in the low blocks as well as anybody. You see, Lauren started out, had 4 or 5 rebounds right out of the block, and then here comes Carly later on doing her thing. How impressed are you with the play of those two, big men down low, for lack of a better word?
I'm very impressed with them, to see how far Lauren has come.
Right.
And then, Carly as a freshman, she's got, 3 more years. I can only imagine.
Right.
And, for Lauren, may not always score a whole lot, but she brings something to the inside play that doesn't show up in a stat.
Well, and when we talked about it, too, that alters the game. Last week when we were up here, she had several blocks to start the game. This time it's rebounds, and it gets people thinking about her, and they have to go off to the other side of it. Well, then here comes Carly on the other side of it.
Yes, and then Carly just has a natural ability. She may not always put a body on someone, but she can find the seam to find the ball to get a board or at least tap it, keep it alive.
You guys were led in scoring tonight, and this is certainly no shock to anyone. Abigail puts up 24 on the night, hit some clutch free throws down the line. She was 4 of 5 from the line down the way, and that's got to make you real happy to see when your scorers can go up there and make free throws when the game's on the line.
Yes, and she's been consistent, all year. So for her play from as a sophomore to a junior is looking at 2 different players.
You guys were up 34-17, had a big lead at halftime. The third quarter and the fourth quarter kind of went the other way on it for you. Ash scored as many in the third quarter as they had scored in the first half. You attribute that to, I don't know, not a level of complacency, because I know you don't play with that, but it was great adjustments over there by Coach Winslow at the half.
Yes.
But what's going through your mind when you're in that type of setup?
Well, when you're in that type of setup, you keep telling them, 1, we're ahead.
Right.
Number 2, there's no shot clock in high school basketball. And number 3, keep doing what we've been doing. It's working. And, I think we exerted so much in the first 2 quarters, it kind of caught up to us a little bit in that third, fourth quarter play. But then again, in the end, just them communicating and, just team chemistry, it was in their eyes. We're not losing this.
You said it well a couple of questions ago, poise, and we've seen that one. Last year as sophomores, we saw Abigail, maybe frustration would show a little bit. This year, I don't see it. I see just 2 solid junior forwards for you.
Yeah, again, 1 year makes a difference in play. So, she stepped up a whole lot, and, she's guarding the best player on the floor as well as, giving double digits. So.
Yeah, and it was impressive. Of course, Maryland continues to put the ball in the basket. She had a couple of big-time threes in that second quarter that opened up the lead. She puts in 18. Joined the 1,000-point club last year. We were excited about that. But her senior leadership has got to been something to watch. It's been something to watch this year.
Yeah, she's our motor.
Right.
She makes everybody go. And, when you step on the floor with her, everybody becomes just a little bit better.
Right.
And she brings out, the best in all of us. And just her court awareness, just seeing the floor, complements the other players' roles.
Well, there you have it. That's high praise from head coach Jessica Sanders. Coach, we're getting ready for the second half in here, so we're gonna let you get out. 18-2, congratulations. Looking forward to another couple of big games this week, and we'll see you on Friday night. We'll be back here on Friday night for that one. Won't be here tomorrow night, but we'll talk to you then. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you go. Head coach Sanders on this one moves her Lady Eagles to 18-2. Eagles trying to sweep tonight. We'll see if they can do that. 32-31 in this one as the Tigers from Marksville have it ready to go. Switching ends of the court. And that basket is up, and it is good for 3. Marksville with their first lead of the game, and quickly back the other way, trying to slam that one home. McVeigh unable to get that one to follow, and this has been a run that's been put on. This is a 12-0 run going back to the second period. That one's up, and that stops that one. Tied at 34. Hopewell able to go in and stop that run. Chuck getting things settled back for us following that interview. To the near side. Free ball up, and it is good. Eldrick Murray gets that one to fall in 2 3-pointers.
Just not as crisp and clear as it used to be.
There we go. We're back to action there. Just thought you might like to have that break every now and then. 2 3-pointers for the Tigers here in the third period. Just a minute and 2 seconds into it. And goodness gracious, back the other way. Now Hopewell has it. That intensity and that pressure of the Marksville Tigers has been just a downfall for the Eagles, and they're only 1 possession out. But, it's just been, that's going to be 24 picking up that foul. And he had 2 early on. That'll be his 3rd from our count. One thing, if you are the Eagles, you try to go back in because the number of fouls by Marksville there in that first. You know, we spoke with Coach Sanders and talked about the free throw shooting down the line of Atherton, and well, what a difference it made. Goes 4 or 5 from the line. Free throws, got to make them. Misses both of them, does Hopewell. So Rapides Friday night, we will be back here for that one with the Lady Eagles. The boys will play University Academy Country Day. Gonna have to get more room on your scoreboard for that one.
I believe
CDUA.
So.
Inside the pass to McVeigh. He's gonna spin inside the three-point line, put that shot up. Deuce pulls the rebound down. Now muscles his way up. No good. Rebound controlled and out of there by Marksville. Marksville, three-point lead is their biggest. Spun over into the corner to Lewis, now back up top. Ford's thinking about it, gets it around to the corner. Good hesitation and spin to the basket, unable to get the ball to fall. And Deuce is going to pick up another personal foul. Not sure how long they'll be able to leave Deuce in there. That's his third.
Yeah, we might have to do the mascot on the scoreboard instead of the whole school name.
CDUA.
Okay.
That's what they like to go by. First one rolls around and is out of there. Murray has 9 to lead the scores for the Tigers. Bouncing around, that one's out of there, controlled by the Tigers. Back to the top, spun around, now Murray's got it again. Murray's had a hot hand here in the third. Lewis, the freshman point guard, kicks it to the side to the senior. Unable to get that one, but he just works his way around for the rebound. McVeigh finally controls that one. Throws it out, and there go the Eagles. Spun around back to the top. Tolbert, he had a hot hand in the first half. Got to get him going.
Went on 12.
Called that on, 12. Well, then that's the second foul. So a number of fouls for the Tigers back in that first half. Seeing what they're getting sorted out, getting that floor dried up again. A lot of perspiration out on it tonight.
It looks like he's calling it a 1-and-1.
No, wouldn't call that.
Okay.
It
Okay, no.
ways away from the bonus yet. Inbound to the Eagles. They've got it, still trailing just by one possession. We're needing a 3 tonight and don't believe they've had one all evening. A lot of basketball left in this one. Kickball is going to be called against Marcus Price. That will get things back to the Eagles. It's 5:10 to go here, quarter number 3. Inside ball stolen away by the Tigers, and they just have those pesky hands.
Vicious.
There's Lewis, the freshman, spun around, thought about going to the basket, didn't. Just a great ball handler is Lewis, and he leaves it for Murray. Murray now in double digits. And the Eagles need to, again, stop this bleeding. Go to the basket, no call there, not sure about that one. Things got a lot of bodies down on the floor there between James and Kirk.
Yeah.
And again, if the last name's not James, I was listening, didn't get a roster, but listening in, but possession will stay with the Eagles.
Sounds of the basketball court, all the squeaking of shoes.
Indeed.
There. Lovely.
That's why they think they found when I go out there with my hard sole shoes when I walk across to get the lineups.
Well, some of the music they play, I see you wanting to dance sometimes.
Right. Can't beat fun at the old ball game. 2023 is here, and what an exciting night it's been for a couple of basketball games. 17-2 run for the Tigers of Marksville. Menard led this thing 32-22.
He lost control of that one, went out of bounds.
Way down court, and that's just going to get,
wow.
That's going to get a timeout called. Coach, yeah, very aggravated with that. That's just a lack of paying attention on the back half of the court. 30-second timeout. Take it with them and be back in 30 seconds on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
.446 Sports production of Menard Eagle basketball, brought to you by our friends at Valex Federal Credit Union, valexfcu.org. Eagles down by 7 in this one. Were led by 10 with about a minute to go. Deuce trying to get up and going, unable to get that one to fall. Gadd coming out of there with it. Now McVeigh will go to the basket, and he's going to see if they'll call him on the floor, and they do. That's 24. So they're in, yeah. That's got to be 4 fouls on that young man, the senior, who's been an imposing figure down there. If you can find a way to get him out of the game and keep him out of the game, that's a big difference. Over the top, back to Hopewell. Hopewell into the corner. There's a 3-ball corner pocket.
That was a good jinx to get, huh?
That's right. That'll teach him. 41-37, 2-possession game. Euro stepping his way in, unable to get there. Spun back to the top. Murray's going to take his shot at 3 and not able to get there. Spun around now. Price has it. Back top. Missed everything there. The backboard was the only thing that saved that one from hitting that back roll-up door. And one. Count the basket there, 39-41. Oh, they called an offensive foul on him is what they called. Wow. Goodness gracious, so take that off. 41-37, offensive foul. Looked like he was saying count the basket. Back over the top they go with it. Do the Tigers of Marksville. In to the basket, Marcus Price.
Waltzed his way in there.
Quickly back the other way, and that one is up and good. Hopewell said he's seen enough of that and going to take it into the basket, and does. Gets it back to 4. But quickly, here come the Tigers again. Running one-hander up and good from Antonio Ford. That's just one of the prettiest shots in basketball, when you just come up and you go straight up over the defender that is steady, and you get the little high arcing shot.
It is a pretty shot. It is a very pretty shot.
Inside to Kirk, he gets blocked, but a foul is going to be picked up there, and Deuce will go to the line to shoot a couple.
Reminds me of some of those old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook shots where he just,
right.
Just a beautiful piece of art there.
Chuck bringing out the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Wow, reference. Deuce misses that one.
Hadn't seen much Larry Bird action with the look-away passes and stuff, but Kevin McHale, I'm gonna
you see a lot of that in that girls' game.
Yes, you do.
Those girls play at a very high rate.
Kim Mulkey, how about that?
Yep, there you go.
I remember some of the other lady texters that I knew back those days.
That one bounces around and out of there from Kirk. 6-point lead, still 2 possessions. Eagles have got to get a couple of stops so you can't trade baskets. That 3 ball is up, no good. Good rebound cleared out by Hopewell, and Hopewell has re-energized himself the last couple of trips down the floor. JC spins around and puts that one on the floor, held ball, and it'll be a turnover off to the Tigers. 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining here in the third. 6-point lead. See our sponsors rotating down in the corner. We appreciate that. Couldn't do anything that we do without those guys. Of course, our title sponsor down in the bottom right-hand side, Valex Federal Credit Union, and our year-long scoreboard sponsor, the folks at Wallace Eye Associates.
Giving you a clear picture.
Right? Needed. It's about time for another eye exam. Probably a bit about time for me to wear my glasses, but I digress.
Prescription's only good for a year there, Doug.
Working it inside to Kirk. Well, they don't expire. They're fine. Kirk will go back to the free throw line. Missed both ends of it his last time out.
They seem to want to keep fouling him. Like you said before the half, that's the one you want to foul. Oh,
goes up, steps in, and makes that one.
Teach me something.
Right?
Maybe I ought to speak more
He did
often.
the reverse announcer jinx.
Yeah.
Deuce unable to connect, but he does a great job of tapping the ball back out to his offense. There's another turnover. Going to whistle the foul. Look like they've called that on Gadd. They do. The third foul by the Eagles. And we've reached a minute 10 here in the third. Got a good job of not really fouling tonight. That one was just a pressuring down the sideline. Sometimes you get that called, sometimes you get the little bump out of bounds. Young man runs out on the court, but they relieve that.
A little wrangling going on there.
Right. 50 seconds and counting. Menard coming out and playing, but not really in a get a count started type of position. Still good space. Murray back and dribbling. Little one-on-one action to clear out, trying to take it, but that's off to the corner for 3. Way long on that one, and the Eagles pull that rebound down, and Gadd is off and running. Got to get that ball out of there. Isn't able to control that one. It goes back the other way. Kirk is going to get whistled for the foul. And have to check my count on that one. That's at least 4 on Kirk. Yeah, that is 4 fouls on Deuce. Saw him and talked about him getting his third one just a few minutes ago. That one bangs around and is out of there. The swap trying to get Deuce out of there. I expect won't see him as Sherman comes at the end, probably till about 4 or 5 minutes remaining in this game.
Yeah.
Is when I expect that you will see
that one rattled out.
Deuce back in the game. Looking down the floor in a ill-advised pass. Going to go off of the Tigers. 14 seconds to go. Eagles need somehow to get a basket here and get this thing to a one-possession game as we go to the fourth. But Marksville putting the pressure on, spinning, getting it inside to Hopewell. He's going to shoot it with 6 to go. That bangs around, and it's there, 45-42. Hopewell has played well this last little bit of the third, and that gets it back to 45-42. We'll be back for the fourth frame here from the Eagles Nest. You're watching Menard Eagle basketball on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
The 2022 Time Dealer of the Year, Bob Giles, is now the new Hyundai dealer in Senla. Bob earned the industry's most prestigious award out of 16,000 new car dealers nationwide.
Hi, I'm Bob Giles, and I promise our team at the all-new Giles Hyundai will do everything possible to live up to the high standards that earned us this most prestigious honor. And with the utmost enthusiasm, we greatly look forward to serving you.
Back to the fourth we go. Eagles have the ball. 45-42, they trail. And there is another turnover. Eagles have committed a lot of turnovers on the evening, and that's what's kept Marksville in this game. Off balance fadeaway. Just controlling the boards this trip down as well. Without Deuce in there, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's a big body that occupies a lot of space. Very aggressive under the boards there.
Didn't see that one coming, but there was a Hopewell for the foul, and much to the chagrin, if you will, of this crowd here at the Nest. And they're going to get the security over here, and they're going to have somebody removed from tonight's contest from the upper deck. And getting an ovation as he is removed from the game here.
That's
2
for 2.
That's an upper. That's right. Two contests that we've been to.
Both in the boys' games, not in the girls so much, but.
And I mean, he just called him over and got him out. And the gentleman that was up top knew it was him, and so he got a little bit of his business on the way out.
Well.
And that's good. Get your money's worth on the way out of here. And
if your bag of peanuts still have some in it, go ahead and dump them all the way out.
That's right. Pick up the base and throw it. That's
yes.
There's some Billy Martin style there.
There you go.
46-42. Baseball just around the corner. That's why you've heard a couple of baseball references tonight. We'll see if that spurs these Eagles on. There's a good rebound. Over to the front side now, going to the basket. Kicked back out. Another turnover, but off of the Tigers. And they will inbound from the left corner. Back up top now. Sherman has it, just about loses it. Spun around into the wing, right in front of that Eagle bench. Back up top to Sherman. Inside, trying to work it. Tolbert's got it. Intense pressure up near the top. And my goodness, the Tigers just collapse on that one. Haven't seen that much intensity from a Tiger team except when they played Purdue a couple of days ago. Wow. So here's a little tidbit for you, Chuck.
Okay.
In that one, Purdue ranked number 1 in men's basketball as that three is up. They get upset yesterday, 64-63.
By?
Don't know.
Okay.
That's not part of the story. It should be part of the story, but an unranked team. And so Purdue gives up 63. So their teams account for 127 points scored against the Boilermakers in that one. Tough day.
Ouch.
If you're in West Lafayette.
Ouch. And wasn't Drew Brees going back to Purdue to help coach?
Drew did coach, and it may be as short-lived as his broadcasting career was.
Ouch.
Offensive foul whistled there, standing in and taking the charge. Big time play underneath.
Bury your chin in your chest and wait for it to hit you, baby.
That's what they tell you.
Protects the back of your head.
Look, Jacques Hopewell, I'm telling you, down the stretch has played just as good as I've seen him play all year. Turnover there, quickly back the other way. Eagles are going to have to press the issue Kirk getting ready to come back in. And we said the 4-minute mark, but it'll be about the 5-minute mark when Deuce makes his return. Playing with 4 fouls, though, but he'll go out and give his all. That one just out of the hands, slipped out of the hands of Murray, and going the other way are the Eagles, and just an errant shot, not the shot that they wanted, and nobody back on defense. 48-42, timeout on the floor. Full timeout, we'll take it with them. Be back in 60 seconds on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
High atop the Eagles' nest we go. Girls already with a hard-fought victory. Boys trying to return the favor and get the little daily double out of this. Spun around, beating the initial surge and press there. Trying to get it inside to Kirk, but unable to. Good to see Deuce back in there. Hopewell's going to pick up the foul to the near side as feet got tangled up there.
Yep.
4:52, so we were about a minute off. We thought that Deuce would probably get back. Begin with a 6-point lead. You got to get him back in there as quick as you can. Kirk playing with 4 fouls, the senior big guy. Out on the perimeter just a little bit now here. He's on Price. Count is on. Just got that one away. Could have been a 5-second call, but wasn't. 4:46 remaining here in the fourth. Again, 446 Sports brought to you by Valex Federal Credit Union. Kirk still out making a play. That one up and in. Great work by Marcus Price. Price has had himself a pretty good ball game now. This lead is up to 8. Eagles just continuing to mount the turnovers tonight, and Marksville finally capitalizing on that. Long distance three, thank you very much. That one is in. 53-42 and an 11-point lead for the Tigers of Marksville. A little bit of a near steal. Cotton going to the basket, misses that one. And man, the Eagles just have difficulty getting the ball in the basket. McVeigh making a run at it, but Tyler unable to pull that rebound down. Held ball, it'll be off to the Tigers. 3:41 remaining in this one, an 11-point lead. The Eagles back in action tomorrow night. They play against Hamilton Christian. Hamilton Christian will make their way up here from that Lake Charles area. Coach Dexter Washington will be in town. Knifing to the basket, Eldrick Murray gets the basket. 13-point lead with 3:13 remaining. I'm telling you, Marksville just reaches in from every angle trying to steal that ball.
The way they're on the court and moving around reminds me of like Tigers in the wild and going after an attack. I mean, they really are just swarming and figured out how to go after and get their prey, I guess.
Kirk's going to go back to the basket. He will shoot the 1-and-1. This is the time that free throws have got to be made.
Yes.
You've got to score points with the clock stopped.
I guess that's why they call them free throws, right?
That one bounces around and no good. Shooting it flat like that, you know that it's a compensation for the tired legs. You know, a lot of times when a shooter gets tired, the ball will go off the front iron because he's just not getting his legs into the shot. A lot of times when it's flat like that, he's trying too hard to get it to go, and that was, I believe, the case there from Kirk. Spun around, reaching in, getting that steal.
Throwing it back away. Just happy about going in, charging, throwing it back out, running some time off that clock.
Yeah, the Tigers content. And again, you heard there's a no-look dish trying to get to the basket. You heard Coach Sanders talk about she kept reminding her young ladies play, no shot clock. Just stay in control. We've got the lead and the ball. Just stay in contain.
It's a good problem to have.
Indeed it is. Up to the basket. No good. Marksville again pulls it out of there, and they will look to slow things out as they turn around, run a little bit of time. But here's Kirk. And again, you get past the initial surge. Carbo thinking about the foul, wasn't whistled. 150 and counting here. 55-42. Offensive foul whistled. It's stepping in. That's a second charge here in the fourth that was taken. That one was on. Carbo stepped in and got that one. That one up from Carbo and no good. They'll call that on number 12, and that'll send should send the Eagles to the line for two. Or is that the ninth?
That's
the ninth one. Okay, they got it up on the board quick then.
So they didn't get to shoot 1-and-1 earlier because it was an
offensive foul. That's correct.
Yeah.
No shots on an offensive foul.
That's a bummer. Need every shot at it they can get right now.
LSUA Generals in action tonight out at the Fort in men and women's action tonight there. Coach Larry Cordero and his Generals.
You did some calling of the LSUA Generals.
We did.
Absolutely.
Did some PA for them, have done some television for them, and a little bit there. My man Rich Dupree on the call tonight. Mayor Dupree. Right. He's just regular old Rich tonight. He's calling the internet broadcast for the men and women's Generals balls teams. The boys should have got going. The men should have got going around 8 o'clock. They're actually 5 and 7 generally, so may be able to get a second or two of that one as we wrap things up here. Chuck, the clock's going to be on him. He said 15 minutes. He can get the gear taken down. So we'll see about that. McVeigh spins and puts that one off the iron.
Maybe less if I had a little help from my friend.
Right.
That's a reference to.
I know, the Beatles.
No.
Sorry.
Fogarty.
Who?
It was John Fogerty, if I remember correctly.
No, that goes back further than Fogerty.
Oh. John Cockrum, I believe it is.
I'm going to have to stay out of that one.
I think
55-43, 56.9 to go. Bounces off the front iron. Rebound controlled. And there's a point in time where you just, all right, you drop back.
Yeah. And let them stay out at the corners.
Yep, and just run the last little bit of time off. Working this one inside. And good work by the Tigers to bounce that one back out. Had a shot at the basket, and now they have pulled off from the scoring, except for this time, a little backdoor pass there. And that gets these Tiger fans up on their feet. They'll wrap this one up tonight. Eagles will fall to 14 and 12.
Must be some JV guys in there, or some second stringers, third stringers maybe.
12 and 10, for correction. That's going to wrap things up here tonight. 57-43 is your final score. The girls win that one in a classic. The boys drop this one. we invite you to join us Friday night as the girls take on Rapides. The boys will play Country Day University Academy, and you'll be able to see it all right here on 446 Sports. Loss in the books tonight for the Eagles. We'll see you next time. God bless you all, and good night on 446 Sports.